Early MBTs share a lot of similarities. Most of them have relatively low weight, a powerful gun, and excellent mobility. But it's the details that make the difference. The way their armor is designed, for example, its thickness and placement, the vehicle's power-to-weight ratio, particular qualities of its transmission, its suspension, and its loading system. All these small bits and pieces define most of the tank's overall combat capability. Engineering teams from different countries adopted vastly different approaches to designing their MBTs, based on the different technological backgrounds and also technologies and resources available to them. This is a fight between the tank industries of the East versus those of the West. Here they come. The first contender is the Japanese STB-1. Its opponent is the German Leopard-1. Let's start with survivability. Size-wise, the tanks are almost identical, but they have vastly different armor configurations. The front of the Leopard's hull is protected by 70 millimeters of armor in a single sheet sloped at 60 degrees. The STB-1 has 80 millimeters of armor covering the lower part of the front and 40 millimeters on the upper part. That doesn't sound like much, but keep in mind that it is sloped at 74 degrees, meaning that the armor of the Japanese tank has a greater effective thickness. Furthermore, the STB-1 boasts a sturdier mantlet. You get from around 120 to more than 500 millimeters of effective armor thickness there, thanks to its peculiar shape. The Leopard can't keep up with that. Let's check the armor on the turret and the rest of the hull. And yeah, the Japanese tank is still in the lead, with the Leopard showing 30 to 43 millimeters of armor compared to the STB's 40 to 132 millimeters. So, in the first round, it's a clear win for the Japanese team. 1-0. What about mobility? The Leopard has an 830 horsepower engine and a weight of 40 tons. The STB-1 is slightly lighter, with a weight of 38 tons, but its engine outputs only 750 horsepower. The German vehicle's superiority in this field is especially apparent when both vehicles turn on the spot. Furthermore, a slightly better transmission design allows the Leopard to reach a speed of up to 65 kph on a good road and up to 25 kph when going in reverse. The Japanese MBT is considerably slower, with a max speed of 53 kph going forward and 20 kph when reversing. There is no arguing here. The German team scores a point. 1-all. The last round, comparing firepower. Both tanks come with the same gun and the same rounds. But as we've already said, it's the details that make up all the differences. Let's check depression and elevation angles. The gun of the Leopard has a depression of -9 degrees, while the Japanese has only -6 degrees. We don't rush to conclusions, though. The STB-1 has a nifty feature called hydropneumatic suspension. The Japanese tank lowers its front, and here we go, better depression than on the German tank. Secondary armaments. The Japanese vehicle comes with a slightly bigger caliber. It's equipped with a 12.7mm machine gun, while the Leopard has to make do with a 7.62mm one. Turret traverse speed? Absolutely the same. 15 seconds for both tanks. Stabilizers. The Japanese MBT has a two-plane stabilizer, while the German vehicle has none. Yep, not even a simple one. Okay, what else can we compare? Reload times? A maxed-out German crew reloads their gun in 6.7 seconds, while the Japanese crew needs 8.3 seconds to finish the job. Is that enough of an advantage to give the last point to the German team? We don't think so. In combat conditions, being able to land a good first shot is more important than having a faster go with a second one. So, taking everything into consideration, we say that the STB-1 gets another point and wins the match, 2-1. Decent armor that can sustain a hit or two, and a stabilized gun allowing for making precision shots, mean more in a fight than some extra kph when moving around. That's it for today. We'll be back with another comparative video soon. By the way, feel free to suggest potential contenders for the next fight.